usually 9 times out of 10, or maybe 80% of the time, results in them moving to another country, because that is simply where you live and where your job is. If you're at that stage and moving to the Philippines and getting married to a girl and living there is something that's available to you as an option, I'm sure there's no problem. They'd be happy to have you. Are these women intent on leaving the Philippines, or they would be okay with me moving there? They would be happy as a clam for you to live there in the Philippines with them, Phil. The reason these women understand that, doing this and looking to meet a foreign guy, usually 9 times out of 10, or maybe 80% of the time, results in them moving to another country, because that is simply where you live and where your job is. At some of us, like myself, uprooting and moving to the Philippines full-time is not an option right now, because my job and my earning potential is here in the U.S., not in the Philippines. For gentlemen who might be a little bit older than me, or maybe financially independent, or maybe currently retired already, moving and living in the Philippines is fantastic. I mean, you live like a king in the Philippines on like $1,000 a month. So, I mean, I'm telling you, the cost of living there is very inexpensive compared to what we're used to. There's a lot of guys that live there for, live very comfortably on about $1,000 a month. We've done the math, my wife and I, for where we want to live when we move to the Philippines later. And this is something I'm probably going to do well before we move there, is purchase the land and build the home we're going to live in. But for about $45,000 to $50,000, we're looking at probably an acre of land and a McMansion is what I'm going to try to build. So, I mean, I'm looking at, a nice acre of land in north of Davao in the Tagum area, maybe a little bit outside of the main heart of the city of Tagum, but that's where most of her family is. So that's where, obviously where we're going to want to live. My brother-in-law and his, family are there now. So, it's where we're going to probably go. So I'm going to probably look into getting the land in the next year or two. And then, over the next 10 years or so, save up and build the home that I want to build there. And I obviously want to have something, 3 or 4 bedrooms, maybe a pool, maybe build a few rental units on the property, have a little additional source of income based off of that. This way, I can house some of her family in those too. This way they're not living in my house. Thank you. I do not want relatives living in my house. I don't do it here. I don't want to do it there. But, that's kind of what I've been looking into doing for my retirement later on. But, again, if you're at that stage and moving to the Philippines and getting married to a girl and living there is something that's available to you as an option, I'm sure there's no problem. They'd be happy to have you.
Find thousands of stunning, sincere single women serious about finding love and the perfect man for them. Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Check out our website at manila-women.com. Don't forget forget to click on our red subscribe button and notice bell to get updated every time we add something new.